Welcome. I'm Amy, an intuitive spiritual teacher, peace minister, healer, law of attraction coach, pet psychic, true love guru, and your biggest cheerleader. Serving the whole world from my headquarters in Texas, I'm here to guide and empower you through this great awakening in truth and consciousness. Join my private membership association today at awakenedalliance.org, where you can purchase an emergency video or remote reading. Join my Daily Boost subscription for extra energetic support. Ask a question on my Ask Amy Q&A, including True Love Spreads. Talk with other like-minded people in my forum, or even sign up for personal mentoring. Always check beneath my videos for my latest links and timestamps, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Have a beautiful day. Hey guys, so glad to see you. So glad you're here with me. I don't know about you guys, but everybody who's going to be waking up and realizing all this stuff is true, I can't even imagine what they're going to be going through, because there's so many things, even being awake, so many things that I poo-pooed before. And I thought, gosh, people are just so picky, with their diet and like EMFs and stuff like that. But through my own ascension process and it's pretty much the ascension process that's done this. But I've become more sensitive to the EMFs. The other day I was doing Qigong, and I know I've told some of you about this or whatever, but I got halfway through my Qigong and became very, very weak and nauseous. And that's when I was like, okay, I gotta check out what the heck is going on. And then it dawned on me that I had moved my Qigong routine right by my router. So I was like, oh my gosh, there really is something to this EMF thing. And I bought a book on it, and I did some research and started I was talking to people about it, but looking stuff up on YouTube too. And I found this really awesome EMF reader, because I thought, if I could actually see valid proof, if I could see that what EMFs are coming, EMFs, another way to say that is radiation. It's radiation, like as in, yeah, Hiroshima. Like, it's radiation. This is serious, you guys. Like, and GMOs. I just found out about how bad GMOs are for you. Like 1 trillion of a part of one tiny little bit of a GMO molecule or whatever will give you the C word, CAN word. So no wonder everybody's got it. It's all over in processed foods. But it was so cool because I got this EMF reader, and she's like, yeah, she did. I don't know if you guys can hear Annie out there. But so basically I bought like this shielding stuff, and I put it over the router, and it took it from like red to like a high orange. It's on like a color scale. So it took it from red to a dark orange. So it didn't like totally, like most things around are around like a light orange to a yellow. So there's just a little bit in the air, but it's not like, yeah. Anyway, it's hard to get away from it. But I got a cover for my phone, an EMF protecting cover. Also tried it with the EMF reader, totally came down significantly. The router covering it with the shield came down, but then I put another shield on it, so like double the shield, and it totally came down to yellow. And I was like applauding and doing a little dance in my living room, because I don't want my cats to get the C word, and I don't want to keep getting it. And so it's like we got to stay away from these things. As hard as it is, it's like we're totally addicted to food, and the processed stuff is super delicious, but it's super delicious on purpose. So anyway, I just feel like we're all just, gaining in knowledge, and we're all just becoming healthier all the time and striving for more organic and more truly natural things, not natural natural flavoring, which is human being in our food. No, thank you. I'm talking about really organic and very like actually natural. And the definitions for things are crazy too. But anyway, so I don't feel it was feeling the radiation was actually feeling like it was being aimed at me. Like it felt like a force, like I could almost tangibly push it away. It was coming at me, and it was like a fan would be blowing on me. And I was like, geez, what the hell have they done with these machines? I could feel it. I was becoming that sensitive. And I would pick up my phone. It's an iPhone. I would pick up my phone and I would feel the radiation start going down my arm. And I'm like, dude, it's not been carpal tunnel. It's been radiation. It's not carpal tunnel. Not that I don't have carpal tunnel. I'm just saying so many things that we have are mislabeled, or we don't, doctors don't have a clue, really, because they don't even open their eyes to this kind of stuff. So anyway, you guys can celebrate with me if you'd like to, because today, the day this is coming out, yesterday will have been my 21st day of the second time I've done a 21 day healing. I'm calling it a healing instead of a fasting. So, and I'm going to do another one. Now I'm addicted to healing. So it just feels right for me. I like the results it's producing. I like what it's doing for my skin. I have other things that I would like healed. So I'm just going to keep on going. And I suggest for any of you who have any kind of like major ailments or chronic ailments or anything like that, either do 3 to 5 times a day, do Qigong 3 to 5 times a day, and or do this. Just don't eat food for a while until you're healed or until you feel better or whatever. But stay away from food. And there's Jason Fung. I think that's his name. Jason Fung, Fung. He's on YouTube along with Dr. Berg, and both of them talk about the benefits of long-term fasting. So, but I mean, you can do what you want to do, but when you see the results, and you see that you do get on top of it, and you do, it's an adjustment. It's definitely like an adjustment you have to go through. You're going to have resistance to it because food is so damn good, but you can still, like, once you've gone through a healing process and you feel pretty good about things, you can introduce food back in, but just don't have it as much, maybe once a day or once every few days, or something like that. This was such great confirmation. I was talking to, like, I don't know, somebody, I was calling a business for help with something. And the lady, we ended up just getting in some kind of little side conversation. And she said their whole family does fasting. They only eat every 3 days or so. I'm like, when do you ever hear about that? Like, it's hopefully it's going to become, much more common. But she said, oh yeah, my whole family's into that. They don't, like, nobody eats food hardly. And just like every 3 days or so. I'm like, what? A whole family is doing that? That's amazing. So she goes, well, you just convinced me I need to join them, because I've had resistance to it, but now I understand, why they're doing it, and it makes a lot of sense. So I just thought that was so cool. Anyway, now I'm blabbing. But you guys, if you're in my tribe chat, which the link is down beneath this video, all of my information is down beneath this video. If you guys ever are like, I wonder how I can get a hold of her, or I wonder how I can order a reading or whatever, just look beneath the video. I try to keep it updated as regular as possible. So, on my channel, I try to, tell you guys, like, the EMF thing that I got, and just go to Amazon or go somewhere and find EMF shielding. It's called EMF shielding or EMF detector, but I love my detector. I've had one before and I didn't understand the numbers and stuff. I was like, I don't even know if that's high or low or like, I suppose I could have looked up a chart and stuff, but it was just different. This one actually, when you click on it, makes sound. So it's like, it's kind of like, whoa, it starts going beep, 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 beep. You're like, oh shit. So, and then it starts going do, 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 and you're like, okay, we're good now. It even has a sound that like makes you feel like, okay, this feels like a safe sound, safe, much safer. Anywho, just keep on learning, keep on growing right alongside me, and try not to have any resistance to anything new. Oh, I have to tell you something so funny. So I go get my mail somewhere and this guy comes out and I start saying, so if I can't get to my mail for, because all hell breaks loose on the planet, would you like just send it to my house? And he was like, oh, like, what are you talking about? And he and I get along really great. I get along really great with everybody there. In fact, they're kind of like friends. And so, and he just he says, "Oh my gosh, you guys." You can just so obviously see people who watch TV now. It's like so obvious. If they say certain words, you're like, ah, shit. Like, no. Oh, gosh. I'm not even going to bother to take them down that rabbit hole. They're going to have to figure this out for themselves. I can plant little things like I did, but, so he says, are you a part of the Q bubble? Are you a part of the Q bubble? What the hell is a Q bubble? A Q bubble. I'm like, what are they telling people now? What is that? What? A Q bubble? Ooh, I'm in a Q bubble. I just started laughing. I said, a Q bubble? I said, I'm not in any kind of a Q bubble that I know of. I said, I just know the shit that's going on in our world. Don't you? And he was like, kind of like, well, does not compute. Oh my gosh, though. I mean, come on, EBS. Come on, EBS. For those of you who don't know what that means, it's the Emergency Broadcast System, the white hats, the alliance behind the scenes, who are helping the planet wake up, kind of monitoring the situation, and that have kind of a plan going on in the background to let everybody know what the hell's been going on, and how we've been, targeted for a while to, I'm not going to go into that right now, but anyway, they have been rescuing children and helping behind the scenes for a while now, a long time. And things are starting to come to a head. And when that does come to a head, and when there are a number of things put in place, there's going to be an emergency broadcast system that lets everybody, the rest of the world who are still sleeping, and I mean, sleeping means that they don't realize that their house is on fire, basically, and they're not waking up. They're not seeing, they're not alarmed. In fact, the opposite. They could care less. So anyway, so come on, EBS, come on. And also, though, we can't, just like in the true love relationship, we can't just sit there on the edge of our seats waiting for it, or it pushes it off into the future. So we got to be conscientious of our energy and just be excited that it's coming. You can even affirm all the time, thank you, God, so much. I'm so relieved the EBS went off. Oh my gosh. Now everybody just has to like comprehend what they just heard, digest it a bit, and then, deal with it. And we all need to start having some good, honest conversation with each other, and, that kind of thing. So where did I put those? Oh, here they are. They slipped away. All right. So I'm going to get to the readings and stop jabbing. Okay. Oh, I gotta get an animal. So we have 5226. I don't need that part. 5226. 5226. A hippo. A rhinoceros. Well, now it's a rhinoceros. There's a hippo and there's a rhinoceros. Okay. Can you see the guy? There he is. Okay. For some reason they want me to share something that happened earlier that was really cute. So let's hold off on the rhino for just a second. Maybe this is for you too. I guess so. Yes, it is. So I'm wearing a shirt that says, "Be fabulous. Be fabulous." I haven't worn it for a really long time. And so basically, I was buzzing around, and oh, that's funny. I said that. I was buzzing. I was actually went to the grocery store. I've been looking at recipes and stuff for when I do eat, and I've been trying to figure out like I love pad thai. Absolutely freaking love it. But there's a savory kind, and then there's a sweet kind, and I don't like the sweet kind. So I've been trying to figure out which one is which and stuff. So anyway, I go to the grocery store sometimes and get stuff, and I plan for being able to cook again. It's going to be so fun. So I come out of the grocery store, and this little bumblebee starts, it was like hovering right in front of me, right by my chest. And I looked down and I said, "Hey, little guy, what are you doing?" And he stayed around for a few seconds. I actually paused and I watched it, and I kind of talked to it for a minute. And then it went away. But it was funny because it made me look down at my chest. And then when I looked down, I saw the bee. And I was like, "Oh, I'm wearing my Bee Fabulous shirt. That's pretty cool." So bees represent significant communication coming, like something that you'd very much look forward to hearing from this person that they will be calling soon. And I'm wearing red, which would be passion, somebody with a passionate message or that feels passionately towards you. And also bees represent community, harmony, like getting along and working with one another, producing honey, producing sweetness in life, like a whole community of people producing sweetness. So maybe you're going to be introduced into a community or a family or something that feels really good and empowering. A bunch of people who are willing to work with you, work for you, just like are on your side, basically. And also, it could mean that you're kind of in the spotlight or become like important, or you've gone up the list of priorities for this person, because there's always a queen bee involved in a bee colony, right? So maybe you're rising up to become the queen bee. Not that you're the queen of everybody or anything by any means, but more that, okay, you've been put up even more in the limelight, or more in focus, or more, just more, you've risen above. You've somehow risen above, and I just saw a crown put on your head. So if you guys have been seeing bees like me, then maybe all or part of that message is for you. So times to come, they just said times to come. So it's like giving you a little glimpse, like you better prepare yourself, because some wonderful things are coming for you. And you're not going to feel like, oh, I just saw that movie Dirty Dancing, when he says no one's going to put baby in the corner. So that's going to be you. Like, this person's going to take you and see your worth, see your value, and really help you dazzle, or help you feel sexy, or help you feel important or significant or beautiful or appreciated, just appreciated, Okay. Nice little message. 5226. Hi, Amy and the collective. Lately, work has been very overwhelming and a struggle, to say the least, to the point I don't feel good about the work I'm producing, because there is being so much thrown my way. I have expressed that I need help, and they are slow getting it to me. But with all that said, it has me questioning my overall performance and how they view me as an employee and my abilities. I do take pride in my work and want to be the best version I can be, not just for the company, but for me. So how does my boss, and she gives me a name, and close work counterparts, two more names, view me and my performance at this time? I may be overthinking this all. Thank you so much. Have the best week. Okay. So I'm going to look at this first person for a moment. Let's see what she thinks of you. Lazy. Doesn't take the initiative. Maybe she's misconstruing something as being lazy. So you might want to think about what that is. You know, people, there are so many misunderstandings going on right now, guys. And I think that's going to be happening through January, but like people just taking things the wrong way. I mean, so many times, like even when I take a little time back from you guys and stuff, I don't think there's been one time that I've taken a vacation, but every single time I pull back like that, y'all say like, hope you have a great vacation. I hope you're having a wonderful time. And it's never been that. It's never been that. I've never like had a great time, like pulled away from you guys to go have a great time. I don't think that's ever happened. So that's just an example, a good example of like how everybody jumps to conclusions about what you do. And it's based on their own insecurities or what they want, or, you know, they're all thinking from their own head. So they're making it up as they would see it. So she feels a little bit like has her eyes on you, wonders if you're doing other work while you're at work. I just feel her like kind of like, hey, how you doing? And then walking past your desk and like looking back at you. Like, is she like gonna open up her phone, or is she gonna like slide the screen over and I'm gonna see something over here? So I think she's a little bit suspicious, or a little bit just wondering what are you doing? Hama ana tante san say she can. And you know what? I bet you anything she's projecting on you. I just got a yes. She's lazy and she's distracted by her phone and she's distracted by her computer. You should be the one walking by her desk and wondering, what are you doing over there? And you'll probably catch her doing something. So people project like that all the time too. And it's just, we can't control what other people think and feel, even though we want to sometimes. You just want to shake somebody. Like, why do you think that of me? That is not me at all. So what can she do about this person? Hana teki impum. Hang on. It's funny, but I just feel like, how may I be of service to you? And I can put you on my list of priorities here. You know, make it seem like you've got a long list, but you'll fit her in if she's got something pressing for you. For some odd reason, I feel like that would do the trick. I don't know why. How may I be of service to you? I will work you up my list. I will put you on my list of things to do here. I have about 10 items in front of you. And be prepared if she says, well, what things come before my thing? Well, I got to get back to Bill about this, and I got to get back to, you know, this Stacy about this, and I got to, you know, then I have to crunch some numbers on this thing, and then we have to figure out, you know, and she'll be like, you know. So I feel like that would be good. I would also, it feels so uncomfortable doing this sometimes, but using affirmations to work against something, or to work like, if you feel like something's happening that you don't like, then starting to say something to the opposite can really help. Thank you, God, so much that she totally trusts me. Thank you so much that she appreciates all the hard work that I'm doing. Thank you that I've even heard through the rumor mill that she's actually saying good things about the work that I do. You know, whatever you want to be happening with her, be saying it as if it's already happened. And say it every time that you start to worry about her, or wonder, oh, I wonder what she thinks of me. Stop yourself, be self-aware enough to be able to stop yourself, and then say the opposite thing. And it's going to start, first it'll neutralize the energy, and then it'll start rolling it out. It'll start, and you might even like, a solution might occur to you, or this might happen, or whatever. And you're just like, whoa. So you might have gone through 3 to 5 steps, and then boom, all of a sudden she sees you that way. So it might be a good idea to like write down these things in a diary somehow or a notepad and see like this is the thing that was bothering me. This is the affirmation that I said, and then wait, you keep repeating it every time you worry. And then like in a week or so, look back and say, whoa, it did happen. It happened in kind of a roundabout way where these other things happened first, but it did happen within about a week. So that way you can kind of build your confidence in the affirmations as well. Okay, so these other people. Okay. I'm looking at the first person first that you listed, female. She kind of like argues in your defense. Oh, she's just doing this because this, that, and the other thing. No, she's harmless. She's wonderful. She's like a really great person. She always does everything as I ask. So she's pretty much calling the other person out, being like, you're projecting without saying that. No, anytime I've ever had anything that I brought to her, she's great. So somebody also might be asking her what she thinks, and maybe it's the third person, the male. Yeah, I just got a yes. So, okay, not Titans. There is something about that first person also wanting to look good so that I don't know if you guys are in competition for a promotion or somehow she feels like you could take her job or something. But there's some kind of an energy like that. It's like she's trying to make things up about you so that she can look better. Okay, so what else does she feel? This other person. Actually, I think she'd like to go to lunch with you. I don't know if she has before or whatever, but she likes being with you and around you. Yeah, I don't know. I feel good about her. I feel like she's just like, let's not micromanage her. Just leave her alone. She does a great job. Two totally opposite opinions here. Okay, so him confused. He's confused probably because the contradictory information. Him, why doesn't he just see her work for how it is and how great it is? Scattered. Maybe you seem kind of scatterbrained sometimes, the way that you come across or the way that you talk, or there's something that you might do that seems kind of spacey. She like not on top of it. You may want to start if somebody asks you for something, already be a few steps ahead and be ready to report on it so you don't have to say, oh, let me go check. Let me look at my desk. Look at all the different scenario, look at my computer or my spreadsheets or whatever. Be ready with those answers before you even go into the meeting. Anticipate them asking, well, what about this? And what if that or whatever, and have all that all spelled out. Well, I considered that. And here's what I've got for you. So kind of like look at the different scenarios and present different answers for those things as well. Don't just give them the straightforward answer that they wanted. Be ready with a bunch of different scenarios. I mean, I don't know what you do or anything, but this is just what I'm feeling. And Shane Tatai it's almost like don't leave any seed of doubt. Give it all to them. And the first girl that I tapped into too feels like she could be a little jealous. So you must be doing something right too. Willing to go above and beyond. I feel that you already are kind of doing that. You show a real commitment to your work. And why does he doubt her? Why does he feel like why is he even listening to this other person? Doesn't he realize what she's doing? No. He doesn't he trusts that first person for some reason. And he's kind of looking for something because he's like, well, she must be right. So I better keep my eye out. Ipima ana haishin. Taikens. I just heard like half-assing it. So yeah, I would say definitely something about completion or going you're going above and beyond with your efforts in a way, but you're not like going above and beyond in terms of like a completion or like covering all your bases. Um, and I just thought about how overwhelmed you are and overworked you are already. And I don't feel you like you're being urged to leave there. Tain san se shi pan. What else can she do to better the situation and to gain their respect or whatever? Give them a list, like an ongoing checklist of the things that you're working on, and give that to whoever. Get like, here are the things I'm working on this week. I've got this, and this, or this is what I've just completed. Like, give him or her. I feel like it's probably him. Give him the updated checklist on a fairly regular basis. So that he can actually see right in front of his face that you're working on these things and they're getting done. And you can go in and say, I'm working on these next 2 or 3 items, but it's really difficult because I have this other thing also kind of waiting for my attention, but I can't do it with just myself. I really need some help. But tell him the details of why and whatnot. Because they don't, yeah. And maybe elaborate more. If it weren't for that first person, I feel like you'd be doing great. I really feel like it's the first person. So I would focus on doing affirmations about that first person. Or you could do it on all of them. Thank you, God, that I have an incredible workplace I get to go to. Because here's the cool thing about those affirmations. If you are not currently in the situation and it's impossible to get to that vibrational level to where you can attract that thing, the universe will pluck you out of there and put you somewhere where it is possible. So it's kind of cool how that works. So just keep saying, thank you, God, for putting me in such an incredible work environment where I feel appreciated, supported. I get all the help that I need. People realize and see all the good that I do. Just say those types of things like all the time or whenever it's on your mind, which it sounds like it's probably on your mind quite a bit. So just keep saying your affirmations and saying whatever it is as if it's already happened on like all the time. And really feel it. Feel how incredible that would feel to go into work every day like a breath of fresh air. And everybody greeting you like, hey, we're so happy to see you. Oh, thank goodness, because I got this thing going on and I know you're just the person to trust with this, that kind of stuff. Okay, hope that helps. Okay. Got another animal coming up here. 5234, please. 5234. It's a deer. Oh, dear. Okay. 5234. Hi, Amy. I had a dream where 3 blue beings, long capes, long arms, lifted me out of my bed gently, stood me up in front of 3 men, and I began what seemed sending them to the light by asking them questions. Interesting. I called on Archangel Michael, but they still continued this 2 times. What in the world was this dream about, please? They took you up out of bed and they stood you up in front of 3 men, and you were sending them to the light. And you had that happen like a few times. That is so bizarre. Dreams are usually not totally straightforward. They're usually like insecurities that you're addressing. So, let's say your dream says that somebody cheated on you. It doesn't mean that person cheated on you necessarily. It means that you are working on healing that issue within yourself and that fear. So I would take a look at what you feel about extraterrestrials, and sending things to the light. I would make that connection. You're a healer. They're saying you're a healer, and that you need to know that and feel empowered as a healer, and that you are capable of sending beings to the light. With your intention, just the blink of an eye can send somebody to the light if you intend it. I attend that shishinkin. Hapo maana. Hang on. Yeah, somehow you were activated in like broadening your capacity to heal. So where you were giving more tools and talents to pull from when it comes to your healing work. It's funny, they just turned and looked at me. That means that they're intuitive. I have kids that look at me like that too. When I feel into them for their parents, they'll go, and I'm like, ooh. So, we're healing her and teaching her to heal others. Why'd you let her see you? She needs to know she's part of us. Blue avians, something like about blue avians. So you might want to look up pictures of those and see if that was what you saw. You're working with them. Is she a blue avian? No, you're working with them though. Like you're on their team. And I see something about you doing great things that involves working with the light. I'm seeing like how do I say this without almost like you can like you can throw a peace bomb somewhere. You could like I see like you being able to throw energy somewhere and it go boom, like a really big one. I'm just trying to avoid saying the word alone. But yeah, it's like they're training you. I feel like they're training you. They said yes, and thank you so much for agreeing to do this. So you already agreed to do it. Your higher self already agreed to do it and to help. And they're very, very appreciative. They said they don't have to show you the dream anymore because that was like just letting you know that they are working with you, that they've activated you, and that you're going to have new capabilities and powers. So embrace them as they come. Be thankful for them. I'm sure you will be. And embrace the healing that's going to be happening for you too. Don't be afraid of any of it. Some of the healing might look a little scary. What was that? So I just got like a weird ring in my right ear. So that's usually fairies, but it sounded more like a frequency than fairies. What is it that you guys need to tell me about that? Oh, you might start hearing some audio stuff. You might start actually hearing things like me. You might hear either voices or like ringing or all kinds of different audio signals. So that's one of the like try to hone your abilities. You could do a divine guidance council meeting if you find that here on YouTube. Put in my name and just put in divine guidance council and it should come up. If you're on my website, which you are because you were able to order this, go to my videos tab and click on you'll find it in there. It's in the videos tab. I've got my most important videos listed in there. Okay, I guess that's all I want to say about that for now. You're going to be able to discern manipulative people from good-hearted, authentic people. You kind of have a hint about that now, but you'll see it real clearly in the days to come, even months to come. I feel like that part of you is really going to become enhanced in a few months, like starting next year, I guess. So, and you're going to be really glad because there's going to be some trickery and manipulation, and you're going to see right through it, and you'll be able to warn other people. Cool. All right. Let's see. Who wants to come out for 5236? 5236. The bear. Okay. Hi, Amy. Okay. So she went to another reader, and then the other reader mentioned that her divine masculine is actually my karmic soulmate. It wasn't easy to hear, but if it's true, it's okay. She also mentioned early next year I will be cutting ties with him completely. I am just wondering if this is what you are feeling into as well, or what do you see? It has me confused as he consistently talks about being in a solid relationship with me once his stuff is sorted out. By the way, you're my number one reader. I love you and everything you've done for me. Okay. It's always good to get a second opinion. I mean, I just think that's a great idea. Somebody had a lost dog recently, and she got a reading from me. And I said, I think you should go to this other. I have a friend who is an animal communicator. And I said, I think you should go to her as well, because I think it's good to get, this, you get a bunch of information from this person, then you get a bunch of information from this person, and putting them together, it can really put a lot of pieces together. So, and they did end up finding the dog, which is awesome. But, so, it never hurts to do that. However, you've got to go to somebody with your love life situation or whatever. If you're ever looking for a reader, you have to be so careful, you guys, so careful. They have to be completely love-based, unbiased. They can't be tainted by their own personal situations to where they're going to let that affect the message being relayed to you by spirit. And how do you know all that? It's hard to even know. So I don't know. You listen to your intuition. Listen to your intuition, because it's a big deal. You don't just willy-nilly go to anybody and think that you're going to get something good, because they will do something like this to confuse you, or they could even curse you. I've had somebody do that. They did light language on me, and a bunch of bad stuff started happening. And they like basically cut cords with any spirit that was protecting me. I'm like, who the hell would do this? And you would never think that somebody would do that, but they do. People really come across very sweet and innocent sometimes, or totally from God or whatever, and they're totally not. So listen to that. And sometimes when we get desperate in love, we resort to some silly things, like never ever do black magic. Never. It'll come back on you. It's a promise. It will. It just always does. And then they go to a reader just because, and especially readers that try to warn you, oh, you could be in a karmic situation. Oh, you better come to me to remove that black magic. They take your power away that way, and they entice you in by telling you things that'll make you, oh, I better have this person look out for me. And it's just another way of you giving your power away to somebody. So having said all of that, Hapen Aishin, Tataihen. Well, they're kind of laughing about all the labels. Like there are so many different labels. Is he a karmic soulmate? They're like, well, yeah. I mean, but he's a karmic true love, and twin flames also, and soul flames for that matter, are always karmic too, in the sense that they trigger you and you have to heal from it and everything. So it's like, I'm not sure the definition of a karmic soulmate. Like, I guess that's implying that the person is like a soulmate, but they have karmic stuff to them. It's like, so it's one way of saying like a painful soulmate or something like that. Like you feel bonded or contracted to that person. So anyway, is he a true love? Yes, he is. Absolutely. And I've always felt into that. And if I didn't think so, I would have told you right from the start. But maybe, and now this is how spirit works. Maybe you were supposed to get that seed of doubt so you would let the situation go, because we all have to let go of our love for that person for it to actually come in. And I know that sounds like, what? That doesn't make any sense. But it's true that, that saying that if you love something, set it free. Because if you trust it's going to come back to you and you just leave it alone and let it do its thing, it comes back to you so much faster. It's like a boomerang. But if you worry about it and you wonder, does he really love me? Is he ever going to come? Is he? If you do that, you're just pushing the love out further. So try to just trust the universe and just know that that person's coming when they're supposed to come. And if not him, somebody even better. Like, don't even put yourself in a situation where you're just like pegged against the wall, begging and pleading with God, please, please, like you got to be your own savior, and you gotta be in your power, and you got to just let the whole thing go. Like not even care about being in a relationship at all. Just doing you to the best of your ability. So, is he good for her? Absolutely. He has things to work on, but he's going to become powerful. And he is a true love. Is he just a karmic? No. So does karmic soulmate, the way that they're saying, is that the definition, the way that I was seeing it? Yes. So is it going to be like a painful soulmate? Sometimes. It's not going to be like easy, but neither is the twin flame or the soul flame. So is it worth getting into for her? Yes. Fight for it. Like you guys, I feel like there's a lot of healing to be had in it. And I just feel like looking at some tarot cards about it. I mean, this is some good assessing to go through. We have to do this periodically and just see, like, where am I at? Where am I going? Is this really what I want? Part of your growth process, Yeah, look at fight for it and go slowly. It's going to heal you and bring you a lot of joy. So he's doing a lot of transforming so that he can spill out his love to you. He's been working very, very hard to give you a loving offer and to be that person that you want him to be. And he's changing from an immature childlike state into a man. Now he's only a knight. He's not a king quite yet, but he's getting there. And at least he's fighting for you too against the other guy. He's like, no, I want to be with you. So he's having the courage. He's getting up the courage to do the right thing by you and defeat the devil within him. Go after his demons and cast his demons away. And because he knows that you guys can have your dreams come true together. He's a great guy. So, and I just looked at the rhinoceros. So you might want to look up the meaning of rhinoceros, and do a divine guidance council meeting, because don't ever let any psychic tell you what somebody is or isn't to you. Pay attention to all the signs and synchronicities. Pray to God. Ask God, which is group of deities. It's your spirit group. Ask your divine council. Do a divine guidance council meeting, and just be like, is this the guy for me or is he not? Like, or you can say, if he's not the guy for me, then show me all these different signs. If he is the guy for me, do this. And ask spirit to confirm it for you. So I hope that helps. Okay, 5238. 5238. 523, 523. I just heard monkey mind. So I feel like you might be letting your mind get away from you a little bit. And I'm getting a tree and a zebra attached to each other. So I'm going to take the zebra. Okay. Zebra. Hope you're having a wonderful day. My first question is to get a true love check-in on my masculine. Okay, my second question is, will he move out from his current living situation by the beginning of the year, which will free up the conflict of us being separated? Thank you so much for all you do. Okay, so let's do your spread. And then we're going to look into his current living situation, whether he's going to, I guess, move closer to you. Okay. You don't know if that's going to, just by the way, you don't know unless he's told you this, if him moving closer to you actually means union, not necessarily. Because I know true love couples who are, he's really wanting to go forward into a happy, fulfilled relationship with you. But sometimes the separation continues even 20 minutes apart from each other. So just thought I'd say that. Okay, so what's he really thinking and feeling about her now, please? Did you switch masculines? Because I think you remember that you being with somebody else or you having a different masculine. So this must be a soul flame, or maybe you realized that this was actually the twin flame. Okay. All right. So what's he really thinking and feeling about her? Wow. Trying to make some kind of decision, listening to his intuition. He wants to start a new adventure with you. He feels a bit like an amateur, but he wants to hold on to you and he wants a new start with you. And he really sees you as being like the Empress and your Empress energy. I don't know if you've seen my video on the Empress, but you might want to watch it if you haven't. He's really deciding that he is being more interested in his intuition, using it more often, feeling his feelings. And he is turning from that little shaky boy feeling like he's not equipped for this, into a man. And now I'm being guided to look up this cool saying. Okay. Okay, it's in my pictures. Okay. I just saw this on Instagram and I thought it was pretty cool. If you weren't ready, you wouldn't have the opportunity. This is for him. If you weren't ready, you wouldn't have this opportunity. And if you weren't capable, you wouldn't have the desire. So I feel like that's the energy he's coming into. Is realizing this is here and this is for me, and I am capable. He's also transforming his holding back, and he's going to be making some kind of an offer for a new beginning with you. And he really does feel like you guys can be very happy together and have everything you've ever wanted. He has to break free of something that's been holding him back. It might be work. But he's going to take action out of integrity because he's had some kind of an epiphany. And there is a hint here with the Two of Pentacles that he's looking to travel. He might be looking to travel. The Death card can also mean travel. The Fool, I mean, the Chariot, there are quite a few little winks about travel. So is he going to relocate? Yeah, he's burdened right now and he wants to talk to you, but I do feel that he wants to go forward into joy and excitement and elation. And yes, I do think he's considering leaving his job and or location to be closer to her. Yes. Heavily considering it, but he's like going within to try to figure out the answers for sure within himself. So that's very cool. And that's a really good sign for all the masculines, really. Because, I mean, for them to be able to listen to their intuition is just huge. Because they're more apt to, listening to logic. All right. Just want to look at these cards. I feel like you don't really know who I am. I'm catfishing you, but I've fallen in love with you. So I feel like he's just saying, like, if he's insecure or has been insecure, that if you knew the real him, you wouldn't want him. So that's one of the things that's kind of held him back from making a move. He hopes you're compatible doing adult activities together because he wants to do a lot with you. I'm so angry or jealous, I can't see straight. So, these masculines, they do get very, very jealous and possessive. And I do see him wanting to hold on to you. I wasn't anticipating feeling so intensely about our connection. I've never felt anything like it before. It's just a bit overwhelming. Hold steady. He's telling himself to hold steady and to this dream, because a part of him like wants to run from the feelings that are coming to him. He's doing a cleanup job in his life right now to make room for you in it. So he's got to make some changes. For some odd reason, I feel porn, possibly. I'm still trying to get over my ex and related wounds. So I feel like that's what makes him feel like that trepidation, like a little boy, like ill-equipped, is because I think that, boy, those karmics are terrible at nailing them to the cross and making them feel terrible about who they are. But don't underestimate the power of our love. Expect a miracle. What's really weird is I feel like he's going to say something to you to kind of push you away, but I feel like you need to know that it's not true, and he's going to do an about face pretty quick after that. And it might just be because he's sick. Like he just can't handle it all right now, and he's just going to push you away because he's just, it's too much. Some things you've said have me reeling and defensive. So maybe that's why he's angry. Maybe it's not jealousy. Maybe it's anger over what you've said. He wants to make love to you. That happens when they are frustrated sometimes and really just like, I just want to show her, You might be dealing with somebody who's watching him closely, and that may be the issue with the ex too. He's going through a major test of faith right now, but he can feel your energy. So I think you do healing work, and I think it'd be a really great idea to continue to send that to him without invading his, free will. I would just be like, thank you, God, for helping him love himself, because that will inevitably lead back to you if he loves himself. But then you're not asking that selfishly. You're just like, thank you, God, for him to love himself and to see the truth in all things. Those two things, and they'll be good. Butterfly, rebirth. Okay, you can reinvent yourself, open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. So, I think he's totally leaning toward doing that move you're talking about him doing. And it's like he feels like it's a chance to start all over again, like have a second chance. So, yay. All right. On to the next. Which is 5239. 5239. A lion. Okay. 5239. Hi, true love check-in on my divine masculine, please. Thank you. For those of you who don't know what a divine masculine is, definitely check out my playlist all about true love. It'll really spare you a lot of confusion and heartache on this journey. Trust me, guys. Oh my gosh. It's so funny. I get people sometimes during a reading and I'm like, have you looked at my playlist? Oh yeah. And they start talking. I'm like, you haven't listened to my playlist at all. because you would know why you're going through this, and this is a part of the journey that has to happen. You can't have this and have a true love. You know, it's like they go hand in hand. And then they're kind of like, please go watch the playlist all about true love if you suspect that you might have a true love counterpart. And how to identify one would be you had a really amazing connection with somebody and you were just like, oh my gosh, be still my heart. You saw all these signs and synchronicities following that meeting with them or whatever it was. And you're just like blown away by the intensity of the connection, and they felt it too, and it was just wonderful. But then they end up ghosting you, blocking you, not talking to you, not answering your calls, and you're just like, what the heck, we had this amazing connection, why did he totally ghost me? Then that could possibly be a true love. Not in every situation, but that's all very common. Or they friend zone you and tell you, oh, look, now all we're ever going to be is friends. Any of that. And it's because they're scared at first. They're really scared of the connection. All right. So what's he thinking and feeling about her right now, please? Oh, you got an offer coming. He's, of course, watching you very closely. Oh, I feel like he's tampering his passion. Like he's learning how to not fall for temptation so much. Learning how to control himself and become more self-aware. Protect himself, he just said too. He wants to apologize. He's trying to get up the courage to apologize to you for being a little boy. He's heartbroken and he wants to do right by you. So he's walking away from something that's not healthy for him anymore. He's starting to realize a number of different things in his life are not so great for him anymore. They used to be shiny new cups that he thought were really special. And now he's like, really, it's actually trash. So he's walking away from some of these things. And again, I feel like temptation or other girls or whatever it is, because he's wearing a red cape for passion. So I feel like he once was passionate about whatever this stuff is, and now he's like going away from the darkness and into the light to bring you some kind of an offer. And that offer is going to it's going to open up a whole gate to heaven in a way. So he's going to make you a substantial offer of some sort. It might have to do with money, possibly, because you've got the 9 of Pentacles and the 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16. That's a 7. Spiritual, maybe a spiritually based business. Or something spiritually based and tangible. I don't know what that would be. It makes me think of like a new age shop or something like that. But whatever it is, like, or he could actually be, he's trying to become dependent from whatever was keeping him captive before. And he's doing a lot of planning. Oh, he might have a contract he has to walk away from, or an agreement, or something that feels like a contract that was breaking his heart. Maybe it's with work. But he's going to break away from it and do his own thing. You have 2 spy cards here. He's definitely watching every move that you make as much as he can. And he's got a lot of plans to make you guys feel really successful. And like, I just heard independently wealthy. So he wants to give back to you. And I feel like he wants to give you some better communication and quit being a child. I feel a lot of passion coming through this message, but it's a different kind of passion. It's like a real passion. Some of what he walked away from could be the spying behavior itself, or it could be an addiction, or both. He's going to send you some kind of a message, and it's in the effort or leaning toward what he wants from it is for you guys to establish some rapport and a real connection, and that's going to be wish fulfillment for him, like getting back on the same page and like clinking glasses and celebrating. Trying to get up that courage to apologize to you. Now, we don't have any kings here. So he's not quite there yet. He's not quite where you would want him to be yet. But I do feel like he wants you so bad that he's getting there. He's listening to his intuition more too. Good for these guys. And he wants to fight for you and like extend an olive branch, ask for your forgiveness and offer you his love. So I guess we'll have to see. You have two cards about being offered or him at least having a really grand idea of making you an offer of love. And what was the other one? Love and money. Love and money. No, it's love and marriage. That's funny. How funny. So maybe he's thinking of marrying you and that you guys can make a lot of money together. I just got a yes. So what's holding him back right now? Where are the masculine cards? I must have put them in here wonky. I did. All right. I'm open to or planning on relocating to be closer to you. I'm open to compromising more than you realize. I'm very sick or someone close to me is. Maybe that's why some of these masculines are starting to listen to their intuition more. Because there's still enough to listen. Also, adult activities with this one too. I want to make love to you just like the other masculines. It's funny. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I know this bothers you, but I want to plan to have you included in my life as soon as possible. Don't try to control it so much you're pushing him away. I also feel like you don't really know who I am. Maybe you won't like me once you know me. I've got intimacy issues that way. He also can feel you energetically. So this seems like a theme for the masculines right now. So hang tight. I just saw a boat. Say he wants the boat to set a sail already. He's tired of being docked up on the land. Let the boat serve its purpose, he's saying. Aye, aye, Captain, I just heard. Maybe he just knows he has to steer his own ship and become the boss and like take the bull by the horns. Take leadership, yeah. I'm gonna get also a spirit animal for you guys. Where the rest of this go? There they are. Okay. What spirit animals helping these guys right now? Personal choice. Close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they have? Embrace those qualities. Okay. Yeah, do that. I just felt a bear for some reason. And then look at that, a bear. And then you have a deer and a bear. Be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and peace. Black bear, guardian, gentle and wise protector. Give me your confidence and passion. Hang on. Your confidence and power. Help me protect, maybe passion too. Like you need more of that. Help me protect the ones I love. Awaken my intuition and guide me. It's hard because it's in tiny letters in italics. Okay. So 5240. 5240, where'd it go? Did I change that out on the last one? Yeah, I think I did. Okay. 5240. Monkey. Okay. 5240. Hi, Amy. My divine masculine mentioned that he blames the universe for always coming back to me last time we spoke. What are the signs and synchronicities he's been having about me? I get them daily with him. P.S. Tell him I love him. Thank you. You can tell him you love him with your mind. You can send it out in the 5D and he'll feel that. But I'll definitely send that along too. Okay. So, what are the signs and synchronicities he's getting? I just saw like monkeys snatching something from a person, like snatching food from a person and running. So something having to do, yeah, that's funny, a monkey. So it reminds me of Costa Rica. You know, the monkeys are all over the place. If you're holding food in your hand, they'll climb right up you and grab it and run. So maybe some kind of even a thief behavior, or I don't know if you guys have joked about, I don't know, taking something and running with it. I don't know. You'll know better than I do. And I feel like gasoline, and I'm hearing that song, Gasolina. That's an old song, and I don't remember the name of it. Um, some songs, some of them like kind of like disco-y, because I see a disco ball and I see like John Travolta doing his that kind of thing. So maybe some 70s music or something, some 70s songs. And I just saw the word Grease. You know, a lot of true love couples are just like that movie, Grease, like total opposites that complement each other. And that Taikensa and Sai. I saw a snake, but it was like a really sweet, friendly, cute snake. Like not oh, and I just saw fives, lots of fives. The cute snake, it seems like it's harmless, like you might have been afraid of it or something. And he was like, "Oh, it's a cute little gardener snake," something along those lines. What else is he seeing? He tosses and turns at night thinking of you. Like I just see his pillow, like he keeps banging his pillow. Like the pillow's uncomfortable, but it's not the pillow being uncomfortable. It's his thoughts about you. Water, looking out at the ocean or looking out at a lake. Hawaii for some reason. Maybe he always wanted to bring you there or take you there. I think he's been seeing like discounted prices on going to Hawaii. And he's like, dang, I could invite her to go. I just heard you spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round. And I see a record going. Shankaina. Smell. There are certain smells that remind him of you. Cookies. Cookies. Some things. I'm not games. I don't know. I see like a blonde little girl. I don't know if it's somebody that you both know, or maybe he knew as a kid, or maybe it was his sister or something like that. I don't know who this kid is. But it's a very homey feeling, a warm, homey feeling. Now I'm seeing like Star Wars figurines or Star Wars. Now some of this could be symbolic and not actually just, so it'd be like a fight against good and dark. Could be sci-fi. Could be so many different things. True Blue. Another 80s song, True Blue, baby. How about you or something like that? Like, oh, true love, you're the one I'm dreaming of. Your heart fits me like a glove. And I'm gonna be true blue, baby. I love you. So yeah, lots of like 70s and 80s songs. That's so interesting. Um, yeah, that's all I'm getting. Tiger, a tiger. Okay. And I just started to sing the Baby Shark song. All right, last one, 5241. 5241, please. 5241. An eagle. Eagles all also represent the higher self. What do my spirit guides want me to know about my current situation? Love you, Amy. Thank you. I'm so grateful for you guys. You guys really keep me going. You guys are so amazing. And the comments you make underneath my videos are so moving. And I've been going through, I'm kind of revamping some things on my site, and I've been reading through those testimonials, and I'm like, wow. It's been very, very touching. So thank you guys for being beautiful, beautiful people. I am so blessed to have such beautiful people that I get to work with doing these readings for and everything. It's just, I really seriously love you guys. You guys are just so incredible and so amazing. And it is such an honor and such a privilege to be able to serve people like you. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for chatting in the premieres. Thanks for the testimonials. Thank you for everything, because you guys are my life. You guys are truly my tribe, my family, really. So I just really appreciate you. Okay. Yeah, so what do my guides say about my current situation? Well, first thing I want to do is grab some, this is my spirit deck, spirit oracle deck. And I feel like also pulling an animal spirit for you. What do you want her to know about her current situation? That just fell out. Whoa, yes, a move or a trip would do you a world of good. Now I know her situation. Whoa. Miracles are headed your way soon. So stay tight and hang tight, stay positive, and keep your thoughts on what you'd like to see show up in your world, because you'll be crying happy tears. Wow. Take your time making this decision. You'll know when it's time to take action. I always say that to you. You'll know, you'll be prompted. You'll know when it's time to take action. Don't worry, you won't miss the window. Wow. We dare you to ask us to show you just how much you're loved. I would do that. You're in this to inspire and be the example. Holy crap. These are so relevant. If you let a bully have its way, the bully's wounds get even bigger. Pray instead for you to have the strength and to stand up to that bully and help it heal. Help them heal. Good people who've endured tough times are the peace-loving warriors and saints of tomorrow. If it's all happening to make you impenetrable. Wow. Stop talking about negative things in your life and start only talking about what you're grateful for. Take your complaints inside to hash out in the stillness of your heart. Eliminate all complaining. Stop any complaining. It's not helping you. It's going to keep you stuck. All right. So what animal? Thank you. Oh, isn't this? This is so great. Snow leopard, self-reliance. You are strongly independent and often solitary. Integrity is important for you, for your best outcome. Cloak yourself with invisibility and walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. So you're supposed to be alone right now for a reason, because you're honing your intuitive abilities. Isn't that cool? Of course, no, that's all of us. All of us who feel alone. And you're not alone. You got your whole spirit crew with you. All right. I'm going to do a blissing for you and see what else comes up, as well as help cloak you, like that card was talking about. Hepena Shishinki and the kids. Hama ahe ela pamamaan. La hopum pama shishina tatanse. I'm squashing the bullies, energy, neutralizing the venom. La hopum pama shinki natais. I like having everybody mind their own business. They all have to stand before God themselves. That's all they should be concerned about, is how can they be the most loving and supportive of you possible. That's their job. I just saw, like, is that called a seesaw? When one of you there's two of you that get on the opposite side of something and it's balanced, and you do this type of action. So maybe play with the kids more and take them out. Yeah, and just have more fun. Stargate, something about a Stargate. If you just saw a really bright light, like in your bedroom or in your sleep, or like a really big flash, um, you're going through some kind of a Stargate. I have no idea what that means, but it feels like you're either going to, or you are. Is she already going through it? You're already going through it. What, does it not happen instantaneously? No, it takes time. You're like floating through some kind of Stargate. Is it to another dimension? Yes. Are we talking about going from like 3D to 4D or something, like something like that, like a different level of vibration? You're raising in your vibrational level. You're leveling up more all the time, they said. You keep making better and better decisions and keep being more confident in your decision-making ability. And they're really, really proud of you for that. You're not needing so much outside help. You're hashing it out in your heart. And you're doing what's right for the kids. Oh, just keep following your heart, and it's going to be for the better good of everybody involved. And then just saw a peacock, which is like flashing your feathers, like not being afraid to look and feel beautiful, and stretch your stuff, and not in an egoic way, but let yourself really shine. I don't know if you have an animal that's dying or is going to die, but I always get the red fern grow where the red fern grows. Or maybe it means that one of your animals who has died is actually helping you. And I get a yes. An animal you used to be close to. I see a dog, like a yellow dog. Okay. So everybody, we are going to do a general blessing. Help all of y'all out. We're going to use the giraffe. Seeing from a higher perspective. Okay. Yeah, and they are actually encouraging that. For the blessing, it's going to help all of you guys put, like, some of you are so focused on the details of your life, and you're in this like day in, day out, same thing and same pattern and same and they're saying, no, we need to pull you back and take a look at the entire whole situation, and then and get some insights from it, and come back down, and then we can do even better work. Meaning what you're here to do, your purpose. So everybody, as you probably know, you've heard me say a million times, take a deep breath. As long as it's for everybody's highest and best good, and within everybody's free will, this will be amplified for you. Ha la kinta tim pum pum shine. I just saw like Cupid's arrow come flying in. So some of you might either start to fall in love. For those of you who've been in separations from your masculine, or maybe never met the person, like you guys could start falling in love soon. In November, they just said. How much is she kind of sense? I mean, not that you don't already love the person, but like falling in love in the physical, like for real, face to face. And I just felt like total nervousness. Shame, but tahin sa se lahin tatay. Chila hopum humana tahin sa. Closing a chapter in your life, like when you're satisfied at the end of a book, you're like, wow. So that's wow, quite a book. So it could actually mean you're going to be writing a book about yourself, your life, teaching something, or about your true love journey, whatever it is. But there's a certain chapter that's now closed or going to be closing soon, maybe even in the first couple of weeks of November, where now you can write on that chapter. There might be a part two, but you can get going on that first chapter now, or that first book. I just saw a starfish. I'm not sure what they represent, so you might want to look that up if you're interested. And I just saw a horse. 1, 2, 3. A horse just pawed 3 times. So threes are a catalyst. A catalyst is something that causes something else to happen. So big. There's going to be a catalyst this month coming up in November too. That's going to spark a lot of action. I see like a bunch of ants running around. So, but you're safe. They want you to know that you're safe. You're going to be all right. And you'll remember this when it happens. And I feel like it's for the purpose of transformation, and it's going to be a really positive thing ultimately. So just ride the waves as best you can. Okay, guys, sending you a big giant hug, and have yourselves a wonderful weekend. And I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Oh, and I'm doing this again next week. So we're back on track with doing these every week. Okay. And make sure when you order a reading, when you go into Ask Amy, make sure you read the description, because it'll tell you the exact date that your reading is going to come out. It'll also tell you if I'm ever taking time off. It'll give you exact dates for everything. I try to keep it really current. Okay. Talk to you later.